Have you ever promised yourself that this time everything would change? But somehow, nothing really did. Big goals can feel exciting at first, but they often become so overwhelming that we don't even know where to begin. Looking at the whole journey can make success seem impossible. The finish line feels miles away. But what if you didn't need to climb the whole staircase today? What if you only needed the first step? That's the secret behind the 1% rule. Small actions are much easier to start. Improving by just 1% every day may not seem impressive, but don't underestimate tiny progress. The real magic isn't doing something once. It's showing up every single day. Think about watering a tiny plant. One day doesn't change much, but when you keep watering it day after day, it slowly begins to grow. Your habits work exactly the same way. Small actions become big results over time. Imagine saving just one coin every day. It doesn't feel important. Weeks later, you're surprised by how much you've collected. Small deposits become meaningful savings. Reading just a few pages each day feels easy. Anyone can do that. Months later, you finished books you once thought were too long. One push-up won't transform your body overnight, but it creates a powerful habit. As the days pass, your strength quietly grows. Improvement is happening even if you can't see it immediately. Not every habit helps us. Small distractions can also grow into bigger problem. Sometimes the best habit is simply removing a distraction before it steals your attention. With fewer interruptions, focusing becomes much easier. Tiny changes create better days. This is the power of becoming just 1% better, and we've only just begun. Every day, we choose between habits that help us grow and habits that slowly hold us back. Good habits don't always feel exciting, but they quietly move you toward the life you want. Bad habits often feel easy in the moment. The problem is that their cost shows up much later. Just like plants, habits grow based on what we feed every day. Every great achievement starts as something incredibly small, just like a tiny seed. Writing down one simple daily habit makes it easier to stay consistent. Don't underestimate checking off one small task. Progress feels rewarding. Those tiny wins build confidence, and confidence makes the next step even easier. Of course you'll make mistakes. Everyone does. The important part isn't avoiding failure. It's getting back up and continuing the next day. Many people search for shortcuts, but lasting success is built one steady step at a time. Progress may feel slow, but every small step moves you closer to your goal. Quick results often disappear just as quickly. Strong habits create strong foundations. Don't compare your journey with someone else's. Focus on your own next step. Success isn't one giant leap. It's the reward for hundreds of small decisions. Every habit is a vote for the person you want to become. When you remember your future self, today's small choices become much more meaningful. One healthy choice won't change your life overnight, but repeating it every day will. Even simple habits like drinking more water are small investments in your future. Great lives aren't built from one dramatic moment. They're built from simple habits repeated consistently. The compound effect works just like a snowball. It starts small, almost too small to notice. As the snowball keeps rolling, it naturally becomes larger and more powerful. Your daily habits work exactly the same way. Small actions eventually create massive results. Think about a line of dominoes. Everything starts with just one small push. One tiny action can trigger a chain reaction that changes everything. Success is often the result of many small actions working together over time. Sometimes a tiny habit is the key that unlocks a much bigger opportunity. A small decision today can open doors that once seemed impossible to reach. Once the door opens, you'll discover new opportunities waiting on the other side. Never judge a habit by how small it looks today. Every giant tree once began as a tiny seed. Many people wait for the perfect moment, but that moment rarely comes. Instead of trying to do everything, simply start with one small action. Want to exercise? Just put on your shoes first. The hardest part is usually getting started. Once you begin, momentum takes over. One day becomes 1 week. 1 week becomes 1 month. Small steps quietly become a lifestyle. You won't be perfect every day, and that's completely normal. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is returning to your habit as quickly as possible. Life will always interrupt your plans. Expect setbacks. They're part of the journey. Successful people aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who keep going. Never judge a habit by how small it looks today. Every giant tree once began as a tiny seed. Every big dream begins at the bottom. No one starts at the top. You don't have to finish the journey today. Just take the next step. It's okay to rest. Just don't let a short break become the end of your journey. Keep showing up, even when progress feels slow. Every step still counts. One day, you'll reach goals that once seemed impossible, all because you refused to quit. When you look back, you'll realize every small habit helped you get here. Your progress may even inspire someone else to start their own journey. Success isn't about one perfect day. It's about repeating good days again and again. Each tiny habit is like placing one brick. Over time, those bricks build an incredible future. The life you want isn't built overnight. It's built one small action at a time. The greatest reward isn't just reaching your goals. It's becoming the kind of person who can achieve them. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You only need to be 1% better than yesterday. Your future isn't created by one big decision. It's shaped by the small choices you make every single day. The best time to begin isn't next week or next month. It's today. One day you'll look back and realize those tiny steps carried you farther than you ever imagined. So choose one simple habit, write it down, and commit to starting today. Trust the process. Small actions repeated consistently always lead to meaningful change. What's your first 1% habit? It can be as simple as reading one page, taking a short walk, or drinking one extra glass of water. Keep learning, keep improving, and most importantly, keep showing up for yourself every day. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe for more life-changing ideas, and share in the comments. What's the one habit you'll start today? Remember, small habits create extraordinary lives. See you in the next video.